Okay. It's the 23rd of August 2023. It's 9:38 p.m. And a couple of hours ago, I thought that I would revisit David Lynch's 2006 Inland Empire. For those of you who don't know David Lynch, well, the reason that you clicked on this video would be because you do know David. You are aware of David Lynch's movies. He is an independent, alternative American filmmaker. Inland Empire. I had seen it years ago and was impressed by it at the time, and did not watch it again over the years. And then, what happened about 6 months ago, I watched it again, and it took me, my goodness, it took me 6 intervals to watch it, 30 minutes each, increments, 30 minutes each, and all I felt was anxiety, and stress, and foreboding. And then for some reason, it had been on my mind as a movie that maybe I could talk about here. And then tonight, I was looking for something maybe 1980s or 1970s. And then, of course, so I chose Inland Empire 2006. I'm at the 1 hour and 57 mark. I'm watching it through my VLC because I've got it on my external hard drive. This movie is giddy from the start, meaning that it's Laura Dern is very good. In fact, the cast in this movie are there we go, Laura Dern. One clearly. All very confident at their craft. So we get that clearly. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Okay. Pretty much the same thing I felt last time, except I made it further the way through this time. I decided to stop at the 1 hour and 57 minute mark because I need a rest. And from the very start, this is it's anxiety at every turn. It's anxiety, and it's not anxiety, but it's anxiety at every turn. It's foreboding at every turn. It's a bit of stress. It's anger. It's those feelings and emotions. A claustrophobia, and that's all I felt in every scene. And there is a story to this. There is a story. It's pretty much that Laura Dern has finds out that she got the part in a movie which is a remake. But what happened? The original movie didn't get finished because things happened. There was okay, in the movie, they just say something happened. They gave the indication of a murder. And Justin Theroux, he's got kind of like a 50s vibe to him, that 50s sort of rock and roll vibe. I'm not into that vibe, but he's good. He does it well. And he teams up with Laura Dern, their co-stars. They start to have because in the screenplay, in the movie that she gets the role in, Laura Dern and Justin Theroux, their characters have an affair, And somehow this becomes an entanglement outside of that. And he gets warned about being involved with her outside of the set. And that's when things not spiral out of control, but they take their own journey in typical David Lynch fashion. And it is, David Lynch does not hold back with creating it's a typical tangled David Lynch journey. But almost every scene is I'm thinking about what could this mean. So they're just exploring the element of they're having the affair, and then somehow that starts to carry on away from the set. And then I think what David Lynch is doing here is he's exploring the few different characters in this. He's exploring their perspectives on it. And I thought maybe someone's dreaming part of it, but I don't know. What I do know is that David Lynch he explores the anxiety, he's exploring the foreboding, the anger, the envy, the jealousy, through the character's eyes. That's what I'm thinking. That's what he's doing. He's exploring those elements, and also it's about the industry. This movie is about Hollywood. It's about the actual industry and what goes on in the industry, and in the shadows, and the shadiness of what can and does happen, and how people get parts. People in the shadows pulling strings. Pull the strings. Pull the strings. Edward. Trying to. What I get from it is that this is some people who control things outside the movie set, and what things that have to do with the movie, and the goings on behind the scenes, and everything to do with that. It is kind of complex, this movie. Every news issue, this movie could be called the anxiety movie, because this is not lighthearted. It's intense. It has intense stories in it. They are well told. Laura Dern is very good at conveying a story and bringing colour, intensity, and once again anxiety to the different parts of the stories that she tells. Yeah, David Lynch wrote it, and Laura Dern delivers well. This movie explores the untidyings, the messy, behind the misinterpretations, misinformation, behind the scenes sleaziness, different components that happen on a set, and at the same time it's exploring it explores the relationship that Laura Dern and Justin Theroux character, what they have. It explores that in depth, like it goes in, like in a dream, like in a dream journey, a journey within a dream. Explores the components of it. We go into that world. It's interesting, but it's intense. It's interesting. Look, it's interesting, but it's intense and it's very draining. I had to stop at the 1 hour 57 mark because I need a rest. I need a break, and they started nodding off to sleep at 10, 20 seconds here and there. Not because I was disinterested, because this movie is a bit draining and takes a lot. It took a lot, and still paying attention. Still paying attention. The players in this movie, they're quite good, but everything's intense. It's just complete foreboding at every corner. And I did enjoy the locomotion part. Enjoyed the bunch of girls together. We do their scenes. Yes, yes. The, they do a good locomotion. When a person approaches someone, or when you can imagine yourself approaching a person and what you want to say, or eccentric. Now, eccentric is a very good word for this film as well. It's an eccentric film. What else would you expect from David Lynch? That's what he does. That's what he does best. He doesn't really do anything else but eccentric, so this is nothing new for him, but he really gets in there, and that's how it's weaved. Look, it's about the affair, and it's about their anxieties about it, and it's also about the industry itself. I think this is about Hollywood. This is about the industry and what goes on. I don't know if I'm going to watch the rest tonight. Really don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Need a rest from it. But it's kind of exhaustive to watch because it's foreboding. Laura Dern is very... She does have something about her. She's quirky. She does have an eccentric aspect about her, and that is enjoyable. There's an entertainment quality there. An entertainment quality. Alright. I don't know when I'm going to get back to this. Right, okay, so yes, what I did do is, a few minutes later I dived right back into it. I went back into it, had my intermission. The second half of Inland Empire was easier to handle than the first half. It was sadness, pain, loneliness, claustrophobia, and there's a particular... This is what I saw in it. On the scene on Hollywood Boulevard, Laura Dern's character dies, and I think after that, I think they were exploring the afterlife. That's my interpretation. They were exploring the afterlife. That's how it felt. And before that, they were exploring what happens in dreams, just ideas in life, and ideas and concepts about things. And when you're in that dream state, and sometimes when you wake up in a cold sweat, you have weird dreams. Well, this was a journey of one of those. This explored the subconscious. I think that those women around Laura Dern, those group of women, when she hanging out with those those women for a while. I think they're her subconscious. I think that's her. I think they're different aspects of her. And I think you get a bit of that in the movie with different things. I think that were just different aspects of her. And also when Jeremy Irons, the director, when he yells when he says cut, and Laura Dern doesn't get up. Two things I say about this is that she's just resting, and another one is that she's still feeling her character, like she's feeling it, or that she's passing over, and that she just wants to be to herself afterwards. But more so, she is at that point exploring the afterlife, which is just you could consider it a continuation of this, and she just continues on. Look, the second, it explores itself. Laura Dern is exploring herself, and as I said, her subconscious and dreams and what they are and what happens in them and the different components of them. When Laura Dern is lying down and the African American girl is on her left and the Asian woman is on her right, next to the other African American guy, I don't know what his name is. He's been in a couple of movies. I enjoyed that monologue, that dialogue. There was loneliness to it, a sadness to it, a little bit of beauty in there, and that's what it was. The second half of this movie was an exploration of sadness and loneliness. So what I meant to say was that when Laura Dern is, we are given the impression, we're not given the impression that she has died. Given the impression that she might be dying and going into falling unconscious, that she hasn't necessarily died yet. And what I wanted to say was that if she did pass over, she's I think David Lynch is giving the idea that she's continuing on in that world. So she's continues on in that world. I think it's just a lot of self-exploration in that movies, and that's what David Lynch. I think that's what David Lynch is exploring from my perspective. I think that's what's going on. It's a big journey, and big journey, confrontations, and as the credits are rolling up at that very end scene there, a bit of a floaty feeling, exhaustive, and a bit of a floaty feeling. That's my thoughts on David Lynch. David Lynch's Inland Empire of 2006. Big movie, and it's a lot to watch. Midnight Charlie Man, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Comments in the section below. Tell me what you think, and thanks for watching.